All right, what is going on? I don't know if I'm becoming a fixed blade guy or not. I'm kind of trying not to be because I don't do fixed blade stuff. I don't do outdoor camping. I don't do outdoorsy stuff, really, where I need a big fixed blade. But some people have been sending fixed blades in. I own a couple of fixed blades. One of my most recent knife purchases was a fixed blade from Jim Skelton, which is puny compared to this really cool Lionsteel T5 CVG, I believe is what its full name is. So let's talk about this Lionsteel. And this was loaned in from Professor EDC. Came from Knife Center with 19 other knives in the box, I think, all from Knife Center. So yeah, he placed a pretty big order and he trusted me with it. And here it is. So the first one I kind of pulled out of the box to talk about. And spoiler alert, I think it's really cool. And I kind of wish I had a use for a heavy duty fixed blade because that's what this is. So it's 9 7/8 overall with a 4.9 inch blade with a 4.69 inch cutting edge because they have a very nice sharpening choil there. Behind the edge is thick and robust at 0.032. The blade thickness is 0.195. It's Nylox blade steel, which from what I understand, and let's just zoom in here and talk about, going to give you a close-up look. It's got some dust and stuff on the blade. I did just try to wash it off. There is some, I need to wash this off some more for him, but it's a brand new blade just out of the packaging. So you're going to have some oil and some stuff on the blade when you get them, which is normal. It's a green canvas micarta, which is super nice. And I like the way they did it. It's kind of a, let's see if we can show it here. So it is kind of a single piece of micarta with a milled, routed out channel that the blade just kind of sits in and then gets bolted into place, which is really cool. It's just a cool way to do it. So there is no seam down here at the bottom, not a hot spot or anything. It's just a single piece. So it's like an integral handle almost. It's kind of funny. It's kind of odd. It's different than what I typically see on knives, where it's just two pieces of material sandwiched together. You do have a lanyard hole here, and you have a breaker on the back, or a kind of a pommel for using and working with. All in all, this thing is really freaking cool. So back to the Nylox, I think I kind of skimmed over that with the dirt on the blade. It is like a D2. It is not a variant of D2, but it's comparable to CPM D2 from what I understand. I'm not a metallurgist. So the knife alone weighs 9.3 ounces. Together in the sheath, which is an unusual sheath, it's 13.9 ounces. So if we look at the sheath, it is leather. I don't particularly love the big branding on the sheath. I would have left it black if it were me personally, but that's okay. You do have some, I'm not exactly sure how or why you have snaps back here. I'm just not sure how that works or what that is for exactly. And this one's not really a snap here. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works or why. But there is a belt loop here. Again, it's a little bit of an odd construction on the sheath, in my opinion. But these are all made in Italy. Lionsteel, all the knives are made in Italy. It does fit into the sheath well. It will loosen up and mold to it over time and make a better fit. So I do appreciate that. And I like the way they shipped the knife. There is, again, much like the handle scale, a single piece of foam with a cutout for the blade. I think this just works. That's a great way to put it. This was in the cardboard box, and then the sheath was on top of that. I just think that's a very ingenious way to ship a fixed blade. Here it does come with some information about their knives. And actually, here is some information about the different steels. You can pause that and read that later, screenshot it if you will. It talks about the different recipe of steels, if you will. So I think Professor EDC is really going to like this. He does some more outdoorsy stuff than I do. If I was going camping, this would be a fantastic knife for camping. Like, yeah. So I'm not a fixed blade guy, but I wished I was, because there's a lot of very cool fixed blades out there. Okay, here it is next to the Skelton Bladeworks Hellraiser. This is the mini Hellraiser. And then also next to the Frank Fisher Fixed Battle. So these are a couple of fixed blades that I do own. And I think I do have one or two more fixed blades floating around. Just kind of thrown around the house, honestly. There's a couple in the bedroom. There's one in the kitchen. Yeah, they're just kind of around. I don't know why. Don't know why I've bought some of them, because, again, I don't really have a need for them. So anyway, I totally forgot to put the coin in there. Professor EDC, please, thank you for loaning this in. And all of you fine folks, please go check him out. There will be a link to his channel down below and up in the corner. And while I'm not a fixed blade guy, I do have a fixed blade playlist that I would encourage you to go look at up here in the corner.